So a couple of days ago, I said to you guys, do you want to see a downgrades video? Now, as you previously seen by the likes or whatever, we hit 3,000, which I asked you guys to do if you wanted this video. So here I am today with that video, exactly what you requested. Now, I just want to warn you guys, okay, that I've done a few of these episodes so far. So if you think there's a player that should get downgraded, then he's potentially not in this video because he's been featured before. That's a possibility. So don't worry, I'm not just absolutely come up with some outrageous ones today when there are more obvious ones out there, because the obvious ones have probably been featured in previous episodes. We can go to my channel if you want down below, or little cards up there where you can watch a previous one. But welcome to today's video where we take a look at 5 Ultimate Team player cards, alright, that potentially would get downgraded if EA actually introduced it. And the reason for that being injuries, lack of playing time, their form currently is pretty bad or whatever. There's multiple reasons why players could get downgraded. And of course, join the controller gang in the top left or right hand corner. There's a little card there. And if you want to get yourself a custom controller, Xbox, PlayStation, Rossi will get you 5% off the checkout page as well. GetGripped.co.uk. Now, of course, if you guys want to see another upgraded video, drop a like and a thumbs up down below. I could potentially bring that to you guys this weekend actually. So 3,000 in this one, and that is coming to you. That's the intro. Let's get into the first player. Like I say, we may have missed your player. If you've missed an obvious one, then he's probably in the previous episode. Let's cut the hate, cut the controversy a little bit. Now, the first one is a very controversial one, actually suggested to me in the comment section of the previous video, and it is Mertesacker. Now, this guy has had a few bad games recently, a couple of bad games, and there are rumours that he's going to be dropped. Okay, there's rumours he's going to be dropped for his performances like against Chelsea and stuff like that. There is rumours he's going to be dropped from the next few games. Now, because of the 34-year-old's form, obviously we are looking at potential downgrade card of an 87. Now, I'm not saying this is going to happen because EA, not big on the downgrade scene, are they? It's a little bit of fun, these videos, but they are going to cause a bit of a stir in the comment section down below. But that's a good thing, because I've got to give you guys something to talk about. So the guy called Josh in the comment section of the previous video suggested check. Mate, I've seen your suggestion. I kind of, I see your point, alright? I see your point, but you're going to get my video a bit of beef. But anyway, obviously, check's form recently, last couple of games has not been too great. And of course, that, if he gets dropped from the Arsenal team and the goalie taking his place or whatever does really well, he's going to be about game time. And that, in itself is a potential downgrade. When you're 88 rating, you've got to be performing pretty good, haven't you? And like I say, last few couple of games, he just hasn't been. So Arsenal fans, I am sorry. I don't actually want to feature him in it because you guys are hostile. But let's take a look at another player now. Now, this guy's actually recently left the Premier League and he's gone to Liga BBVA or whatever, Santander League. It's obviously changed his name now, but we've got Zaza, and this guy was at West Ham. He's probably actually most famous for a penalty miss that he blazed over. So if you're famous for a miss of a penalty, mate, then that's probably, if that's the most famous thing you're known for, that's pretty shit. But anyway, this guy had a pretty horrible time at West Ham, and to have an 80 rated card, that's pretty high, and I don't think he probably deserves that. But if Juventus don't want you, and they've given you to West Ham don't even want you. They've now flogged you off to Valencia. He's only played, I think, 1 game on loan for Valencia. He's not really having a great time currently, is he? And because obviously Valencia have signed a deal to pay like €2 million to have him on loan, and then they have to buy him after it. They have to buy him. Juventus are saying, just take him away from us. We don't want him. But yes, this guy didn't have a good time at West Ham, did he? 8 appearances for them, and obviously no goals or whatever. I really struggled to get game time. 80 rated. Is that too high for Zaza? Is that too high? Especially when you're most famous for a penalty miss. That's got to be pretty dodgy. The next player is a player I definitely do not want to feature, because I actually think this guy is really, really good. But as a few people in the comment section have suggested this guy because of his lack of game time. Now, this guy, Santi Cazorla, right, isn't playing much in a minute. He's always injured, always got injury problems. But all Arsenal players say that this is their favourite player within the team. He's the most talented or whatever, with both feet, dribbling, finishing and stuff. He is the most talented. That's what all the Arsenal players say. But a 32-year-old, 86 rated is pretty high, is really struggling in a minute with injuries. Has been for a while now. Now, not long ago, Cazorla was sidelined for up to like 3 months with a suspected Achilles damage to his right foot. Required surgery in Sweden just before the end of 2016, so literally just over a month ago now. And like I say, he's had lots of injury problems in the past. He's 32 years of age now. He's not getting younger. The injuries are getting worse. Is this the kind of Santi Cazorla? I really hope not, because he's so talented with both feet. He doesn't really deserve the downgrade, how talented he is, but the lack of game time and obviously getting older and stuff, does that warrant it? I don't really know. I'm not going to come out and say it definitely does. I actually really like this guy. I think he's really, really talented. I do think he's probably one of Arsenal's better players, but if you're not playing, injuries and stuff and getting older, I don't know what to think. I don't know anymore. And in January, there's an article, reporting from Arsene Wenger saying that he could be sidelined for even longer, so it could be a while before we see Cazorla again, which is a shame. I do like this guy, but I want to move on from him because Arsenal fans, you probably feel like I'm targeting you, but I'm not. This is from everyone's suggestions. I I've featured loads of other like Man United players and stuff in previous episodes. It just happens to be Arsenal's just, you know, been hit a little bit in this one. Now, I think I featured this guy in a previous episode before, but I do think it is important to really talk about this guy, considering, you know, the stuff that's happened recently. Like John Terry, of course, not getting in the Chelsea team. When he did the other week, he got red carded and stuff like that. He's having a really horrible time. Now, this is probably, now, almost definitely going to be his last season of football, unless he takes, you know, an MLS route or something like that. It's going to be his last season at Chelsea and last season in the Premier League. It just has to be. You know, Bournemouth wanted to sign him. He didn't want to go to Bournemouth because, you know, Premier League title and stuff. He's gonna win one this season. But John Terry I've downgraded by -2 because, like I say, 82 rated is still pretty high. But, you know, obviously the 35-year-old, he's not having a good time. He's not playing, and when he has, he's been red carded. He's getting old. He's really struggling. He is struggling, bless him. But he's won everything there is to sort of win in football, club level and stuff. So who cares? Does he really give a shit? No, he doesn't. Do we really care? No, we don't, because, you know, he has achieved everything. But yes, I mean, obviously struggling. 84 rated is really high, and 82 rated is probably a bit more fairer considering the amount of stuff that's going on this season. But anyway, I'll move on to a final player, and he just happens to play for a club that's featured a little bit too much in this episode probably, but that's just the way the cookies crumbled. I featured lots of other players from too many clubs, and I'm run out of options, I guess, a little bit. We have a player who really is struggling to get into, of course, the Arsenal team. Now, Mertesacker is really struggling. 32-year-old, obviously can't get past Koscielny's, just nowhere near on the Koscielny's level. Koscielny's way too good for him. And obviously Mustafi now has come in, and he just can't, he's not going to replace them two, is he? Now, there were rumours of him leaving in January, but Arsenal actually confirmed he'll be staying at the club. This is from Arsene Wenger himself. Now, listen to this. This is why he potentially could get downgraded, okay? This is according to Sky Sports News a couple of weeks ago, whatever. Mertesacker has been a regular in Wenger's side since moving to Arsenal from Hanover in August 2011, but he has not played any competitive matches this season after suffering a knee injury in the pre-season game against Lens. So he hasn't played a single competitive minute this season. 83 rated is pretty damn high. You know, could we see a downgrade from Mertesacker, you know, if it actually happened or whatever? I think it's possible. He hasn't played a single minute this season. Not a single one. But Wenger reckons the player's experience could be vital in the second half of the season, as he has decided to trigger the option in his contract to keep Mertesacker North London for another year. So Arsenal still want to keep him. He is back in training after knee injury, not with the main squad or whatever, so we might see him again shortly. But is he really going to replace Mustafi and Koscielny? Is he going to get ahead of him? He's just not, is he? He's just not. Anyway, guys, this has been a pleasure as always. Hope you have enjoyed this video. Drop a like and a thumbs up down below. Another upgrade video this weekend potentially. It could be coming. It could be coming. I'm out. Has been a pleasure as always. Take it easy. Peace.